Please be seated. Good afternoon. I'm Alkis Tsolakis. I'm the Dean of the College of Art and Design, and I'm very pleased to welcome all of you in this commencement ceremony. You're a small group, but it's a select group, and I'm pleased to be able to look at you as individuals in a small crowd. Let me start by introducing some of the people on stage. Please stand as I call your name. Kristen Mauk is the Associate Dean for Student Services for the college and a Professor of Practice in the School of Architecture. Kristen will be presenting the candidates later on in these proceedings. Next to Kristen is Lake Douglas, Associate Dean of Research and Development for the college and Associate Professor of Landscape Architecture. Lake will be our commencement speaker today. On the right-hand side, Marwan Ghandour, Professor and Director of the School of Architecture. Rod Parker, Professor and Director of the School of Art. Marsha Kadabak, Professor and Director of the School of Interior Design. And Mark Boyer, Professor and Director of the Robert Reich School of Landscape Architecture. Next, I just want to recognize a group of people, and this group of people is the staff of the college. Would you all please stand wherever you are? The staff is everywhere. They say wherever you are. They organize, coordinate, synchronize, and harmonize all of the works of the college. And today, we owe this very beautiful ceremony to their leadership and their work. I believe there are more than a few of our graduates that will acknowledge that part of the reason why they've made it this far is because of the help that they have received from the staff of the college. So please give them a round of applause. Next, I want to recognize the faculty of the College of Art and Design. Would you please still stand? Few have shown up today, but these are a small example of the creative spirit and the contribution of the faculty. The faculty, like the staff, don't graduate. They're here for a long time, most of them. They graduate after a long time here, and they move this college, and they give it continuity, and they preserve traditions into the future. So we owe them, the least we can do for them is to give them a round of applause. And next, I want to recognize a group of people that are over there. And these are the alumni of LSU, not just this college. And I would like those of you who are alums of LSU to please stand up. The alums are the best role models for all of us, and especially for the new alums. You are the delegates of the world, promoting the expertise and values of this institution and of the disciplines that are taught in this college, in the College of Art and Design. So we welcome you home and appreciate your being here. Please be seated. And now I would like to introduce to you our graduation speaker, Lake Douglas, a professor of landscape architecture and associate dean in the College of Art and Design. Professor Douglas graduated from LSU. Did you stand up when I said the graduates? You have to stand up eventually. Okay. Graduate with a bachelor's degree in landscape architecture, one of the first sort of pioneering classes that graduated from here, and then continued to get an MLA at Harvard, and later a PhD in planning at UNO. Lake began teaching at LSU as an adjunct in the early 2000s and a full-time position in 2007. In 2016, he became the Associate Dean of Research and Development, and he was elected at the same date, he was elected to the Council of Fellows of the American Society of Landscape Architects. This is a very high honor for practitioners and academics in the field. In 2020, he received the Faculty Award for Outstanding Communications from the Council of Educators in Landscape Architecture. And he also served the ASLA, Society of the American Society of Landscape Architects, as Vice President for Education. Prior to teaching at LSU, Lake was Assistant Director of the Arts Council of New Orleans, where as Director of Public Art, he initiated and administered the Percent for Art program for the city of New Orleans. That's a very prestigious and coveted award program. His academic research involves American landscape, history in general, and New Orleans urban history in specific, drawing upon 19th century agricultural, horticultural, and gardening literature, census data, newspapers, and commercial records, among other sources, so as to gain new insights into the evolution of local cultural landscapes. His research and publications in these areas have received both academic and professional recognition. He has published books and book chapters and articles in academic journals, popular magazines, and professional publications in America, England, the European Union, and China. And he has given presentations at academic and other professional conferences in America, England, and France. With LSU Press, Douglas created and edited the Reading the American Landscape series, which as of next spring counts 6 published books. In New Orleans, he was a founding member of a community group that post-Katrina advocated for the development of a 3-mile transportation corridor connecting 7 inner city neighborhoods. Now it is known as the Lafitte Greenway. This linear park has become one of the city's most popular open spaces. He is currently engaged with another grassroots nonprofit advocating for increased green space, open space equity, and transparency in allocations of resources for public spaces. Before you take the stand here, and you let me sit down, I want to thank you, Lake. This diploma ceremony is closing this chapter of Lake's career. He's stepping down and retiring, probably not really retiring, he's going to be working in different places. And I just want to add a few comments to this listing of accomplishments and academic credentials. When Lake came here and when he was appointed as the director, the associate dean for research and development, the college did not have an advanced program. We were the only college in this university that did not have a doctoral program. And thanks in most ways to his efforts, his hard work and intellectual acuity, we have this program now. When Lake took this position, there were 8 PhDs in the college. Now there are 18. We are truly a research part of the university, and we are thankful to him for that. Also, I must add his really great contribution to remodeling the strategic plan of the college. and adding, I think, important initiatives, putting together the strategic plan for all of us, adding initiatives like the Caribbean Basin Studies initiative that will really bring us into the future. So I'm not going to say goodbye. I say au revoir, Lake, and I will cede the podium to you.
Thank you. Thank you, Dean, for those kind words. Faculty and staff colleagues, graduating students, family and friends, thank you for your presence today. It's an honor to say a few words as we celebrate this milestone in the academic life of our college and its graduates. I reckon I've attended over 50 graduation ceremonies in the last 5 decades. In 6, including the one 50 years ago when I graduated from LSU, I was in the audience among classmates. In the others, I was sitting with faculty colleagues. In all of them, I was hoping, as I'm sure you are, that the speaker's remarks will be brief. Only one of those ceremonies stands out in my memory. It was from several years ago, and it was memorable not for what was said, but that it took the speaker 45 minutes to say it. I confess I remember nothing of what was said then, or at any of the other graduation events I've been to. And while that may well be the case today, I want to assure everyone that I will be brief. When you graduates joined our college, whether you knew it or not, you gave us faculty access to your brain, where we have lived rent-free since then. In fact, you, or maybe your parents, paid us to be there. Thank you, parents. And for better or worse, we have attempted to furnish your head with new ideas, effective problem-solving skills, knowledge, general and specific, and the benefit of our experience. Today, our lease is up. We are now leaving the building and returning your brain to its owner, furnished, we hope, with what you may need to succeed in your chosen endeavors. I'm afraid I have little wisdom to impart. But sitting where you are now 50 years ago, I could not have imagined I would be here today. And in fact, the graduation wasn't in this room 50 years ago. And I expect my classmates would say the same. More so today than ever before, career paths, yours included, will likely not be linear, but instead will be like the stock market. Bull market advances, bear market declines, and periodic times of relative stability. There are advantages in all three. Savor the periods of growth and success, but don't let artistic stability turn into creative stagnation. Take particular advantage of career declines and setbacks, even unemployment, to reevaluate what you're doing and reimagine your career and pursue new options. Remember, it's not about reaching a destination as much as it's about enjoying the ride, living in the moment, and learning from past success as well as failures as you chart a pathway forward. Today, I'm in a position very much like you who are graduating. Like you, I'm leaving the stability of an academic situation and with predictable rhythms and academic life and financial security to move into my next chapter. For me and perhaps you, where it will lead and what it will be are unknowns. So I'm speaking to myself as well as to you and offering suggestions for the next chapter. Seize the moment and say yes to opportunity, no matter where it comes from or when it comes. Color outside the lines. Recall that Picasso said it took him 3 years to learn how to paint like Raphael, but a lifetime to learn how to paint like a child. Break the rules when you have to, but in a nice way. Live in the present moment, not in the past nor in the future. And to paraphrase the late musician Warren Zevon, who said, knowing his end was near, enjoy every po' boy. Graduates from our college, particularly you who are graduating today, are all artists. And I'd like to remind you that the world would be a far less interesting place without you. Given that, you have certain responsibilities as artists, and among them are the following: to interpret history, culture, tradition in ways that give the world new perspectives, to record and narrate contemporary issues, to inspire, to ask provocative questions and demand answers, to laugh and enjoy flowers blooming, birds singing, and the sun rising on a new day of opportunity, to provoke and advocate for change, artistic, political, social, economic, environmental, to take your rightful place at the table and be an active and engaged member of your local, national, and global communities. In short, your responsibility is to be engaged and to enrich human experience with your perspectives. F. Scott Fitzgerald is often credited with writing, quote, "There are no second acts in American lives," end quote. And many assume that it appears in The Great Gatsby from 1925 as a description of Gatsby or as a cynical description of the American dream. That's what I thought. Actually, the quote appears in a later story, My Lost City, from 1932, when the main character, speaking of New York at the beginning of the Great Depression, says, quote, "I once thought there were no second acts in American lives, but there was certainly to be a second act in New York's boom days," end quote. So actually, the quote is not about being famous for 15 minutes and then being forgotten, as Andy Warhol predicted everyone would be, but in fact about being resilient and being open and able to revise, reimagine, and reinvent. It's likely that your future will involve second, third, and fourth acts, and that's a good thing. As Willie Nelson said recently about his career and its longevity, quote, "Do what you love and don't be afraid to reinvent yourself," end quote. How you do this, or in fact, if you do this, is entirely up to you. But I'd like to sum up all of this leaving you with a quote from Arkansas writer Ellen Gilchrist, who created memorable and reckless characters whose lives and misadventures were chronicled in multiple short stories. As one character is leaving her house for certain calamity, I think this one involved a boyfriend du jour and a convertible, she pauses and returns inside to get a long yellow scarf because, she says to herself when leaving the house, it's the artist's responsibility to remind the world of yellow. So take what we faculty have left you with over the last several years, together with my comments from the last few minutes, with a large pinch of salt. Use what fits, set aside what doesn't, and perhaps reconsider it later on. As we academics vacate our lease, our hope is that you succeed in whatever your path leads you to, ideally on the foundation of what we've left behind as we move out. And finally, don't forget, your main job from this point forward is to remind the world of yellow. Thank you.
Thank you, Lake. That was a wonderful speech for all of us, not just for you, not just for the graduating future alums. And now it is the time to proceed and make you alums. Time to present diplomas. So Associate Dean Mauk will announce the names of the degree candidates by area. As each group is announced, please stand and proceed to your left. Then your name. When your name is called, please come to the front of the stage to receive your diploma and then return to your seat. Dean Mauk.
Thank you, Dean Salakis. As the candidates cross the stage, please note those who are wearing purple and or gold cords, signifying that they're graduating with honors, having achieved an overall grade point average of a 3.7 or higher. Professor Rod Parker from the School of Architecture will present the diplomas, will present the diplomas for the Bachelor of Arts degree. Will the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts please rise and proceed to the front of the stage to receive your diplomas? Moon Amick. Hannah Jewel Barus. Taylor Joseph Bourgeois. Martin Bueno. Evan Michael Crocker. Chloe Ike. Kaylin Marie Gidry. Catherine Castay Gidry. Winbin Huang. Tyler May Kirkendall. Junki Liu. Lindsay G. Miller. Nam Hoing Nguyen. Catherine Blair Robin. Shamar Tompkins. Nico Taylor Webster. Jacob Allen Nguyen. We will now present the diplomas for the Bachelor of Fine Arts degrees. Will the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Fine Arts please rise and proceed to the front of the stage to receive your diplomas? Evan Michael Crocker. Brittany Deanne Joseph. Sean LeBlanc. Justice Logan. Alexis Manuel. Thank you, Director Parker. Professor Marcia Cuddeback, Director of the School of Interior Design, will present the diplomas for the Bachelor of Interior Design degree. Will the candidate for the degree of Bachelor of Interior Design please rise and proceed to the front of the stage to receive your diploma? Guin Shin. Thank you, Director Cuddeback. Dean Soulakis, this concludes the awarding of undergraduate degrees.
Thank you, Dean Mauk. And now we will recognize our master's degree candidate. Director Rod Parker, representing the Graduate School Council, will present the master's diplomas. Will the
I'm back for more. Will the candidate for the degree of Master of Arts please rise and proceed to the stage to receive your diploma? Romulus Pace. Will the candidate for the degree of Master of Fine Arts please rise and proceed to the stage to receive your diploma? Banush Tava Solinia. Thank you, Director Parker. Dean Soulakis, this concludes the awarding of the graduate degrees.
Thank you, Dean Mauk. Graduates, As of this moment, you are no longer students in the College of Art and Design, you are alumni. But before I say congratulations, you have to take the tassel from this side and put it on the other side. Congratulations. Before this ceremony comes to a close, I would like to give thanks to one more extremely important and special group. I would like to call on all parents, grandparents, spouses, family members, and friends to please stand and be recognized. Your support and encouragement were instrumental in seeing this day happen. It is through the hard work and perseverance and friendship and warmth and family support of this group that we're all here. We all owe something to our ancestors and to our friends, and we thank you profusely. I would like to also add my own thanks to all our guests for coming today. You have helped make this day a special one and this ceremony a memorable one for all of us. Graduates, you know, I don't have to tell you, but I will tell you anyway, this is home for you. It's your alma mater. The mother of your soul is here. You don't need an invitation, but I will extend a standing invitation for you to come home anytime, just to visit and to have coffee at City Park, or whatever is going to be there at that location anytime under the tree. I know you're ready for new adventures, new challenges, and you know that our best thoughts and wishes will always be with you. Be healthy and dynamic, and continue what you're doing, and take the advice of Lake Douglas in his wonderful speech. Please, all graduates, please stand up. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my distinct privilege to present to you the fall 2022 class of the College of Art and Design. This concludes our ceremony, and if you would please, everybody, please, you can stand up, sit down, whatever you want to do. You're graduates now. Please, all the guests, please stay seated while the graduates and the platform party exit towards the right, my right, your left.